one, I thought it was high time I did a video on the unsung products of my makeup collection, the heroes, if you will. The stuff I reach for every single day, but they never make it into the description box. Usually I just talk about what eyeshadow I'm wearing, the color products, my blush and my lipstick and everything else, maybe my foundation, and I really never mention the stuff that I reach for continually. There's a few tools, a lot of makeup products, a lot of makeup products. It's slightly frightening how much I pile on every morning. I put them all in this bag that I got from my mom. It was a gift with purchase for, I think, Lancome. So I don't know if you can't get it anymore. I'm gonna just reach in at random, not in the order in which I put the stuff on my face, and let's just talk about it. So, I guess last in, first out are mascaras. So there's two that I love, and it just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason why I would reach for one over the other. They're both equally wonderful. The first one is the Clinique High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara. I get it in the blackest color, 01 Extreme Black. I love it. You've seen me use it in many a Get Ready With Me video. And then the other one that I've loved, and both of these I've bought repeatedly, and the other one is the Lancome Grandiose Mascara. I love the wand, but I love the formula even more. And today I decided to wear the Clinique on my top lashes and the Lancome on my bottom lashes. The Lancome is especially great for bottom lashes because of this funky gooseneck applicator. You can really get in under your eyes and not make a huge mess. So I love them. They don't flake, they don't smear, they don't smudge. That's that. What's this? This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. Packaging is filthy, I'm sorry. This is what it looks like. This is the lighter of the two options. There is a darker version. I will say that as I get paler and paler, this might not work. It's great for summer and the transition seasons, but I think it might be a little too dark for when I get really pale, and then I will switch to something else. But since I've purchased this, which I believe was early spring, this is pretty much all I use, and I love it. And I'm wearing everything that I'm showing you I'm wearing today. This is a great, this is a great product. This is the Studio Fix MAC foundation. I have it, I think it's a foundation. It's an NW22. The label is so worn and old. I use this to set my makeup. It is pretty heavy in coverage. It reminds me a lot of an old favorite of mine, the Coty loose powder, the Airspun loose setting powder. This thing packs quite a punch for me. I cannot put on, after I put on my foundation and my concealer, I cannot put anything else on my face until I set it with some kind of powder. I feel like it gives a nice smooth canvas for when I'm putting on bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Otherwise, I feel like it's a little streaky. It plays directly on top of my foundation. And when I use a very big fluffy brush with this, and when I set my foundation with this, I never have to powder again the rest of the day. It is a one and done kind of product. Love it. My all-time favorite highlighter. You've heard me talk about this a lot. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder in Candlelit. This is the original. I have not yet repurchased it. It's lasted me forever. This is the old packaging. The new packaging is just like, it's very compact. And it's almost time. I've definitely hit pan. I'm just waiting for it to completely fall apart before I get a new one. But I'm wearing it today, like I said. I love it. I don't think there's a better highlighter out there. It's just enough sheen without being crazy in your face. I use it on my cheekbones, my Cupid's bow. Sometimes I'll swirl it around my eyelids, in my inner corner. It just depends, but always on my cheekbones every single day without fail. What have we here? Yes, my most used and reached for concealers. I have repurchased them over and over. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. It's the kind that comes in the glass tube or plastic tube with a doe foot applicator. I have two shades here because 01 is what I use under my eyes and 02 is what I use on my skin. Well, there's still a little color left in it. Probably as we get farther into the cooler months, 01 will be the color all over my face. They're just, most of my products I reach for are things I can depend on that I don't need to mess with throughout the day. And when I put on concealer, I don't have to touch this stuff up. It's great, and it blends really nicely into the skin, I think. My most worn and most used eyeliner. I'd say I wear this 6 days out of 7. It's the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal eyeliner in brown. And this is just, it's better than Urban Decay. It's better than Stila. It's on me, better than Tarte. It doesn't transfer. It doesn't smudge onto my upper lid or my lower lid. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a rich, beautiful brown color that I prefer much more than black. And it's just, you can get it at any drugstore, and everywhere. I love it. They do have lots of other colors, which I have to say, that I own and I love, but brown, my favorite. Okay, if I don't know what blush I want and I'm just racing to get something on my face and out the door, this is the one I reached for the most. I have it on today. It's the Clinique Cheek Pop in Nude. This, I believe, was released late fall. It was exclusive to Sephora for a little bit and then went everywhere. And it is lovely, just a nice little sheen. Talked about this in my favorite subtle blushes video. Great, great blush. My go-to eyelash curler. If I'm doing nothing but just slap like the most minimalist makeup, I will always put on mascara and lip gloss and go. But you always, always, always curl your lashes. And I use the Uemura eyelash curler, and it needs to be clean, not gonna lie, it's a little bit gooky, and it just fits my whole eye, curls them up, they stay lifted, and it's a great little curler. Curl first, then mascara, by the way. This is my most reached for lipstick out of all the lipsticks I have. It is a Clinique, I never get this right, Clinique Pop Lip Color in the shade Sweet Pop. It's what I have on now. It's a nice, warm, neutral pink that just seems to go with everything I wear. And I love the packaging, and it's just a very flattering, easy color to wear. It's kind where you don't need to use a mirror, although I have more than on one occasion looked in the mirror here on the side to put on my lipstick, which is very handy. Okay, brows. Every day after I pencil in my brows, which is in here somewhere, I set them with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I use the shade, what is this called? Blonde. It's not a lot to talk about. It's a nice brow mascara, adds a little volume, sets them in place, adds a little color. I much prefer this to the Benefit. It's a great product. It is a hero. Oh, here it is. And still my favorite, I have been trialing the new Hourglass ones, which will come up in another video, but still the one I reach for the most is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe. I've heard that NYX makes one that's equally great, but I haven't tried it yet, so this one is still my favorite. And what I prefer about it is it has the spoolie on one end, and the pencil is very thin, very tiny, so I can get in all those individual hairs, which is key and very handy. So I love it. I love an inner corner highlight, and the secret to my inner corner highlight since late April has been the Estee Lauder Double Wear, what is this called? Double Wear Stay in Place Eye Pencil in the shade Pearl. I got this on the recommendation of Michelle 1218. It's a very light champagne pearl color, and I just slap it on. I draw it on in each corner, and sometimes I pat it in with my finger and sometimes I don't, and we're done. It's fabulous. Really love the Estee Lauder pencils. They're great. What is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, I've had this forever and I have yet to buy, no, I did. This is my second one. These seem to last forever. It's MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. I love this. I wear this every morning after I put on my foundation, before I do under eye concealer. This is a slight pinky salmony shade, and I do it on the inner corner of my eye, kind of midway and up into here to get the dark shadows. Brush it on each eye, pat it in with my finger, and then slap the concealer on over that. This is more of a corrector, corrects the blue, dark shadows, and then the concealer. Anyway, I love it, and it's great, and it's better than any of the other versions I've tried. So that's what I keep reaching for. Favorite eyeshadow primer that I use every day is the Wet n Wild Fergie Edition Take on the Day eyeshadow primer. I didn't know it had a name. It's well loved. The label's completely worn off. It's very similar consistency to the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I like that it's a little squeezy tube that gives you just the right amount of product. Pat it on, dries kind of to a powdery opaque finish, evens out any veins, translucency of your eyelids, and you're good to go, and my shadow stays. And the last product that I use every day to keep my brows looking how they do. It took me 41 years before I finally, well, I wasn't tweezing my eyebrows as a child, but my entire life of putting on makeup, I always used just the cheap Maybelline tweezers. I thought they worked just great. Y'all finally convinced me to branch out and try Tweezerman. I prefer the slanted edge. These can pick any hair, the most fine of finest hairs, and get it out. And I could not live without my tweezer. I wish my hair on my head grew as fast as the hair on my eyebrows, because this is like a daily tool. So that is my collection of my unsung heroes, the products I reach for every day, but don't make it to the description box. So let me know if you use any of these products, or what are your unsung heroes? What stuff do you reach for every day that you have come to depend on? I'd love to hear. There's always room to expand the collection. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the first in what will be a many-parted series, and that is a look at my eyeshadow palette collection. So to qualify as a palette, I've decided it has to be more than 4.